the cousin of Roman Reigns, whose name is Jey Uso. Jey Uso has been very, very popular these days, and they took a chance. And now in 2 months in WrestleMania in Vegas, he's going to be in the main event. It was a really good show. It was just good to be with my friends and stuff like that. But after kicking everybody out and going downstairs to lock the door, I fell. And it was one of those falls where you could not stop it. Because I felt my sock slip on the step. And then my arm went back. I said, oh my God, you're going to break your arm. And then all I did was fell. And it was just like, boom, boom, boom. And I slid down the steps. Nobody came out.
Of course.
My friends was like, are you okay?
Oh, they were still close by?
Yeah, I was laughing. I was like, but bitch, I was hurt. I was hurt. This morning, my shoulder is in pain. I had skin coming off my knuckle. I pulled that off. And my back is just hurting me a little bit. But
you need to get some Ultra.
Yeah, I got some icy hot. So when you leave, I'm gonna shower and put some icy hot on and stuff because these bones are aching right now. I'm not as young as I used to be, and I need to be more careful. I need to be more careful because I'm too old to be falling, and these bones, your body don't work the same way, which I know. I understand. I want to say thank you to a lot of people who took advantage of the 50% off to sign up for Patreon. It was a lot of you who did so, and I thank you. And we're going to be making videos, and I know y'all want consistency, so look out. I know Mikkel can't be doing videos like during the week all the time, but look out for me doing videos during the week because I'm getting back into this. I have to get on my grind. It's a lot of stuff going on, so I'm getting back out here. Again, thank y'all for subscribing. People were just saying like all the cities they were from and what they do, and I hope that you guys that's on the Patreon, that you guys communicate with each other, get to know each other. Like I want it to feel like a community. So again, thank you. So what has everybody been talking about these past couple days? Well, first it was Wednesday night with the crash with an American Airlines, like a little side company that works for American Airlines. Their jet or their airplane crashed into a military Black Hawk jet.
Well, let's be clear. They didn't crash into them. The helicopter crashed into the plane.
Oh, I thought the plane crashed into the helicopter.
No, the plane was landing, and the plane was where it was supposed to be. They just came out yesterday, I think it was, and said that the helicopter was 100 feet higher than where it was supposed to be. So the helicopter crashed into the plane. But common sense hit me the night that it happened, because it was just like, once the video came out and you saw that the plane, was descending, the plane clearly was clear to land. You were somewhere, and then when they came out, I think it was yesterday, because this happened on Friday, and they said that the helicopter was 100 feet higher than where it was supposed to be. Let you know, you were somewhere where you weren't supposed to be.
And that's very crucial when it comes to aviation.
Right, you were somewhere where you weren't supposed to be. So no, the plane didn't crash into them, they crashed into the plane. Yeah,
and however it goes, I was hoping that at least some life, because they didn't seem that high. It felt like they was going right in the water. I was hoping that it would be, some survivors, but no one survived either crash. And then the sad part, like you had these people who were on the figure skating for the United States. They weren't. I don't think any of them were Olympians, but they still were a part of the program. And
I think the married couple who had
the older ones.
Yeah, I think they performed in the Olympics like in the '90s or something to that effect, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I did see a video of Nancy Kerrigan coming out, and I haven't seen her in such a long time. She just was making a statement that, she was getting all these phone calls and she felt it was weird. So she just felt like she had to come out and just say something. But it's not even just the figure skaters. The crazy thing is I have so many Facebook friends that, these people, these friends, they know these people that were, flight attendants on the plane that lost their lives. Like that's a scary thing, or something probably you don't even think about because you done did so many flights that this is just another trip or journey that you have to take before you can go to bed, and then you never come back. One of the flight attendants, she was like she was done for the night, but like her water bottle was still on the plane, and she was just talking about what was going on, that her flight journeys that day. It's scary to die that way, and you're not in control. One thing for certain, you are not in control of the plane. There's nothing you can do but just brace yourself for impact and just hope that you survive. So my prayers go out to all the families of the victims. So many people have been affected. What I absolutely hate is that we are in this new administration and we still got 1,240 something days to go. And every time he gets to speak is fucking ignorance. And it's so much ignorance that you can't keep up with all the things that's happening.
Yep.
And I don't watch the news like that no more. I just found myself reading stuff, like reading articles. I just can't watch it. I can't stomach it. I can't make it normal. It's just so upsetting. And then you blaming this on Obama and Biden. And Obama was the president, 20 years ago? So you're blaming him? And you were the president before, so if it was so bad...
Not 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, almost. Yeah, okay, 15 years ago. If it was so bad, why didn't you make those changes when you went in there in 2017?
Mm-hmm. After Obama.
Yeah. And then if it was so bad again, why didn't you make those changes when you got in there a couple weeks ago? It looked like you fired people or laid people off.
And had paintings taken off the wall at the Pentagon because you didn't like a general because he spoke out against you. Just unbelievable. Revoking people's security detail.
Yeah, that's scary. You're talking about, well, they got enough money to pay for it. You got enough money too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm still trying to find the evidence of where he got shot in the ear because it don't look like he's been shot at all. You think, it's just, I don't even want to speculate on that. It's just that I hate, it's just disgust when you see him.
Can I give a shout out though? Can I give a shout out? That night, Wednesday, I was laying across the bed watching CNN, and then it came on as breaking news that this was happening in DC. So from like 9 something when it broke on, on the news to like after midnight, I was watching it, and throughout that, what's that? 3 hours. It was like the camera angles from the different media outlets were getting closer and closer to where like the first responders were. Mm-hmm. And I want to give a shout out to the first responders because there was a clip that was being shown. I think it was when I was watching Laura Coates. I can't remember if it was Abbey Films, whatever. And they showed a few of the divers that were getting out of the water. And one of the guys, he was running. I don't know where he was running to, but he was running. And as he was running, it was like all of the water was just pouring off of his body. It looked like a bucket had been thrown as he was running. And I said, I can't even imagine. One, you're diving into this water at night. 2, it's freezing cold water. Mm-hmm. And you're doing this all in the name of trying to save people. Because at that moment, they didn't know if anybody was, they were just trying to find people that they could save. And so I want to give a shout out to them because it's like, I can't even imagine, I can't even imagine what that must be like to be a rescuer and to jump into water, especially dark water, whether it's daytime or nighttime, but especially at night, and you're trying to find somebody, find life. They were saying yesterday or on Friday, talking about how they started recovering bodies and how they were saying that when the plane had broke up into 3 pieces, and they found part of the fuselage and they found a lot of the people still strapped into their seats. So I'm just like, I can't even like imagine what that visual must have been like. Every time I hear of a plane crashing in water, and the bodies being found strapped into their seats in the plane, I always think about JFK Jr. when his wife, and his sister-in-law died. Mm-hmm. Remember that back in 1999? Mm-hmm. And I remember they were searching for his plane, and then when they finally found it in the ocean, they said that when they found him, all three of them were still strapped into their seats, underwater. And it was just like, I can't even...
I never even knew that they found them.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, they found.
They were searching.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they found them. I think they found. Yeah, remember they kept searching and searching and searching, and remember they were flying up there for a cousin's wedding.
Yeah, it was him, his wife, and her sister.
And they found them. They found them like a few days later. It wasn't that long after, but they were searching for a while. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they eventually found them, and they found them all strapped into.
Did they ever say what happened? Do you remember?
I can't remember what happened, Kevin. I can't remember, but. It was just sad.
Yeah, that was sad.
It's just sad. Yeah, it's just sad. Like that happens like that, and you know it has to be fast. And everybody's still strapped into their seat. You know what I mean? Nobody could get out. But just to think of these people who it's their job to run into danger to try to help people. So I just wanted to give a shout out to those first responders, because when I was watching that, I was just like, wow, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and it's not about no DEI.
No,
and
those people weren't worried about, those responders weren't worried about who was black. They weren't worried about who was white, Asian, Russian, American, Mexican. Their job was to jump in that water and to save anybody who survived on that helicopter or that plane. Mm-hmm. They didn't give a goddamn what color they were, what nationality they were. They didn't care.
Right.
But Donald Trump got on TV the next day and made it all about that.
Yeah. So what are you trying? So are you trying to say they need to be white? Everything needs to be white for DEI. Like, I want them to say what's really on your mind. Stop speaking in code.
Right.
Say what you really feel. If it ain't white, it ain't right. Like, I want you to say that, because I'm tired of hearing about DEI. I'm tired of hearing about. Now they want to get rid of Black History Month. Companies can't.
In the federal.
Yeah, in federal. But you know what? It seems like a lot of these companies are compliant.
Yeah, are compliant, and they're not.
And they're getting rid of getting rid of their own DEI policies and programs. Mm-hmm. People losing their jobs. Target. Speaking of that, the video came out with.
How about it?
What's her name? Oh my God, her face is sitting right there. Her face is sitting right there.
Tabitha.
Yeah, Tabitha Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's I watched her video, and in her video she can't say what she really want to say because she's saying
she has a partnership.
She has a partnership. She has a year left. Basically, she's letting us know, like, bitch, this is what's going on. If you wanna boycott, trust me, I understand, I get it, but you do have some black businesses that have partnerships with Target, and I ask that you continue to shop for the black businesses, even though you're boycotting Target, because we're not going to make it. She didn't say we're not going to make any money, but it hurts them in the process. So this is what she's asking. I don't understand how people can't comprehend what the fuck the words that's coming out her mouth. Like, so many people just listen to what the headline says instead of reading and getting the information for themselves. And I'm so tired of it. Like you see it on the Shade Room all the time. Nobody fucking reads.
Nobody.
When you seen the amendment proposal that they had about Donald Trump being a president for another term, everybody kept posting Obama, 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 but you didn't read it. It said if you've already served 2 terms, you cannot run again.
No. No.
That's what it was saying. No. Everybody, here go Obama, posting Obama picture. Y'all not paying attention. So I think some of y'all should sit things out.
No, yeah, well, they can't. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that because it's going to make me upset. Because they never read.
Right.
And they don't read to comprehend, they read to respond.
Right. And listening is also important. Listening is so, like, I train these people at my job. Say listening, like every time I start training, I say listening is number 1. I'm always going to tell you listening is number 1 because I do like mock calls with them. And they forget what I said that I want to order. And I'd be like, see, this is why I said listening is important. You have to remember what the words that's coming out the customer's mouth, what they're telling you, what they want over the phone. Because if you ask them again, what did you say you want to order? I said I want to, like, some people get like that. So if you're not going to be one of them people that can listen, write it down what they order, or type it in the screen what they want to order. You know what I'm saying? But people don't comprehend, people don't listen, and it's just, I know everybody has a say about politics. I'm not the sharpest, but I understand a lot of things that's going on. And I do know that you got a lot of Republicans who really, they're only going along with Trump because they don't want to get primary and they want to save their jobs. But then you do have a lot of dickheads in Congress who are okay with being racist. Like, they openly are out with it. And it's something that I hate to see. And then you got all of a sudden, if you're transgender, you're the problem. Like, everybody just wants to live their lives. They want to be happy. Like, you want to have people that don't agree with transgender coming into playing sports with biological women because they're at a disadvantage. And yes, sometimes you really can see the disadvantage. But I don't want to say too much because then I don't want to offend nobody. But I do think that something needs to be done about this. Because it is unfair to certain women. It's unfair. It really is unfair to have that advantage. But still, everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves to be free. Everybody deserves to love who they want to love. And then you got this hateful ass administration, and you think of what was y'all thinking? Like, was this really about, oh, I can't buy eggs, and this is about gas prices? I think not. I think it was, I'm not going to put no black woman in office. Because what's that lady, Stacey Abrams? She did a lot to turn things around in Georgia. She helped everybody else win, but could not win her goddamn self. That was crazy, and it happened twice, where she couldn't get herself over the hump. And it wasn't that her policies weren't good, and what she proposed, it was her skin color. And she's a woman. And I'm not going to let no black woman tell me what to do. No black woman run this country. A lot of people need to get out the way of their own selves. And for the next 4 years, because you claim that this is about eggs, this is about gas, this is about everything is so high, and you think he's going to make it better because he gave you stimulus checks? He didn't give you stimulus checks 4 years ago. Congress gave it to you. They fought for it. He fought against it.
He sure did.
And then put his name on the fucking
check.
on the paperwork saying, yeah, thanks to me,
and
yada yada yada. His name was on it. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name either. A Trump check.
Yeah.
We all had a
we all did.
And then
me. You're not the only one.
Right.
You're not the only one.
And then
it wasn't even his, but he put his name on it.
Right. And then we have our own plane crash. It's Friday night. I'm like, who's coming to my place tomorrow? Because I need to know what's going on. I see a plane crash. And I'm like, okay, well, Channel 6, I've turned to Channel 6. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing David Muir. Like, what? Like, why is he on if we just had a plane crash in the Northeast? So I go on the website. They have their newscast on the website. They was talking about it. But they're like, we're waiting to send our crews out there.
Because it literally just
happened. Yeah, it just happened.